He's probably going to charge at me, and there will most certainly be a fight. I'm going to get fired, but this just might be worth it. But then I thought about college and how I needed this job to pay for my education. With that, I snapped out of my daydream, and in reply to his demands that I spray him, I simply said, "No, because I am not a jerk like you." And I walked away. To this day, I regret that. In hindsight, I probably did the right thing, but wouldn't it have been a great story if I had sprayed him as he requested? It's funny how in life most of the regrets people have come from things they didn't do, chances they didn't take, or risks they shied away from. I also remember how only a few years later, while going to college, someone invited me to a leadership meeting at a local church I was attending. To be honest, I didn't know the first thing about leadership, and didn't even know if it was something I could do. I agreed to come to the meeting, not knowing that I was about to embark on a lifelong journey of learning how to lead others. In fact, it is a journey I am still on today. Leadership has to be one of the most difficult, at times frustrating, yet rewarding and fulfilling roles a person can have in life. I sincerely believe that leadership is not only a privilege, but one of the highest callings a person can have. Whether you are leading a country, a company, or 2 employees in the mailroom, the chance to motivate, inspire, direct, and serve others is truly thrilling. Leadership is a journey, and one that requires consistent attention in order to avoid stagnation. With the demands on managers today, it is imperative that we continue to evolve, improve, and reinvent ourselves. This usually involves living outside our comfort zone for long stretches at a time. There have been moments in my life when I have found myself slipping into a safe and predictable routine, where my leadership seemed to be on autopilot. Looking back, these are the times with the fewest memories, the smallest amount of growth, and most certainly the times of little impact. There is too much at stake to take the position of leadership lightly. If you set your sights on becoming a great influencer of men and women, though the journey will be difficult, you will find the experience to be immensely rewarding, and I know you will have no regrets. I'm not sure what brought you to 9 Minutes on Monday, but I hope that you will find not only inspiration, but practical ideas that will help you lead your people to greater heights. If you take the principles from this book and use them to impact even one of your employees, then it will have served its purpose. Writing a book, as I have discovered, is hard work. But if this helps you in your leadership journey, then I'll be able to look back and know that the effort was worth the trouble, and with confidence say, I have no regrets. Enjoy. Part 1. The 3 Truths. Chapter 1. Why mountain climbers make lousy mountain guides. The task of the leader is to get his people from where they are to where they have not been. Henry Kissinger. The meeting lasted only a few minutes. When you are perched on the side of a mountain at 20,000 feet above sea level, it's not a good idea to sit around. We had been steadily making our way up the southwest side of Mount Sajama, the highest peak in Bolivia and one of the highest in the Western Hemisphere. We still had over 1,500 vertical feet to go before reaching the summit, and it was almost noon. As tired as we were, it looked like this was as high as we would get. Osvaldo, our guide, radioed base camp, informing the people there that we had stopped in order to make a decision. The choices were simple: continue on toward the summit or abandon our attempt to reach the summit and retreat. The entire expedition to climb Mount Sajama now rested in the hands of our leader. We had been in Bolivia for nearly 3 weeks, climbing and acclimating to get ready for our attempt at Sajama. That morning at 2:30 a.m. we left high camp at 18,000 feet under the cover of darkness. There were 5 of us roped together, moving slowly under the lights of our headlamps, ever upward toward the